In our last video for science, we looked at how we need seeds in order to grow new seed plants. But the thing to remember about seeds is you wouldn't want them to fall just directly off of a plant and just start growing beneath the plant as a new plant every time. We would eventually not be able to have enough space for all the plants. They need to be distributed. Another way of talking about this is we call it seed dispersal, basically spreading them out so that our seeds can go to lots of different places. Now, this happens in a couple of different ways. I'm going to show you a chart that we would have made something like this if we'd have been in class. So it's called seed dispersal, how seeds travel. And there's a couple different ways that seeds will be spread around to lots of different places. So one way is by people. So we as people, we quite often will plant gardens or crops, and that's one way that seeds are put in different places, is people do it on purpose as part of our work or as part of growing fruits and vegetables. Animals will also spread seeds. They don't do it on purpose, so the seeds need to figure out a way to make this happen. So one way is seeds will stick to fur and feathers. So if you've ever seen a seed that has like a burr on it, sometimes it'll catch on like the cloth of your pants. This is built so that it will catch on things, typically like an animal with fur. And then when the animal walks away, at some point, hopefully the burr falls off, and that's a new place where that new plant can grow. Another way that animals will spread seeds is by eating them. So they'll eat the fruit that the seed is in, like an apple has seeds in the middle of it. The idea is that the animal will eat the apple, it will go somewhere else, and then the seeds pass through its digestive system, are dropped on the ground, and then the seeds can grow from there. That's where the seed coat is so important. It has to be able to withstand the digestive system of an animal. Some animals, by the way, will bury seeds in the ground. They just do it naturally. They quite often, the instinct of it is that they bury them so that they can go back and get them later, but they don't always, and that seed then can grow in that place. The wind is also important for spreading seeds. So many seeds have these kind of like parachute or helicopter type shape to them, so that way the wind can catch them and take them away from the adult plant. And other ones are very light and they float in the wind. So like dandelions, for example, you get that white fluff, and when the wind just blows a little bit, it will pick them up and it'll spread them really far away, and that's why we get dandelions in so many different places. Once they land on the ground, they can find their way into the soil and start to grow in that new place. Water will also spread seeds. So some will land in the water and depend on not sinking in because they're light or that there's air in the water. Some seeds are built so that they are lighter than water. Coconuts, for example, will float in the water, and they will go vast distances so that they'll go from one island to another in order to have coconut trees on another island. The last one we'll talk about is bursting. So some seeds, when they're ripe, will actually kind of have an explosion. We have the little puff balls in our playground at times, and people like to pick them up and give them a squeeze, and they'll just go poof, like that. And all those little particles inside are seeds for new plants. They will do this on their own without us squeezing them. Just when they're ripe and ready, they will get pressure inside them and blow out, and then they move to all different places, and we get new plants in those spots. So I want to know, what are some ways that seeds are distributed around, and here's some information that can help you answer that question. All right, guys, thank you very much.